They always described you the same way, didn't they? You were always too kind to everyone around you, and you would stay silent just to keep the fragile peace. And because of that gentle nature, they severely underestimated your true strength. Welcome to your era of quiet authority, chosen one. Funny how everyone pretended they did not see you coming. They truly thought your kindness was a permanent weakness. They built an entire illusion around your identity. They painted you as the victim in their twisted little story because they needed you to stay small so they could feel powerful. But something incredible shifted recently. You stopped explaining yourself to people who were committed to misunderstanding you. You simply stopped playing their exhausting game, and their entire illusion just shattered. The people who drained your energy are suddenly feeling incredibly uncomfortable around you because they realize their old tricks no longer work on your mind. They thought their cruel betrayal would break you completely. Instead, it activated a primal and dangerous level of spiritual power deep inside your soul. Do not scroll past this urgent message. Heaven is about to expose exactly what is happening behind the scenes while they are panicking. Your deep silence has become a weapon that absolutely terrifies them. They can no longer manipulate what they cannot access. You used to beg them to understand your pure heart, and you used to cry over their harsh words. Now your presence alone shifts the atmosphere of any room you enter. You do not even have to speak to command respect. You just exist perfectly in your own absolute truth. But before we go any further, I want to hold something in front of you. It is something profound that was discovered not inside a spiritual community, but inside a research laboratory. This discovery won the highest scientific recognition available, and the saddest part is that most chosen ones have never been told about this hidden truth. It explains something I know you have felt for a very long time. There is a painful gap between the person you know yourself to be and the version of you that seems available only in flashes. You truly know you carry a massive potential. You deeply feel it vibrating in your bones. But something invisible has been keeping that potential locked away from your daily reality. You watched others succeed effortlessly while you struggled just to survive. You poured your soul into meditation and endless prayers. You tried the law of attraction and every positive thinking method out there. Nothing truly shifted your physical reality in a permanent way. It felt like walking through thick mud every single day, while everyone else was running effortlessly on clear and open roads. I need you to stop blaming yourself for these delays right now. Stop thinking you did something terribly wrong in your past, or that your faith is simply too weak to manifest miracles. The spiritual block was never a personal character flaw. It was never a lack of spiritual discipline. I will show you exactly what was found in that hidden laboratory, but I will not reveal it right now. First, I need you to fully understand what was taken from you without your consent. Hold this urgent question in your mind as you listen to my voice. What if the massive gap between your daily struggles and your promised wealth actually has a very specific scientific name? What if the beautiful gift that was taken from you has a measurable frequency that can actually be returned today? The final answer is going to completely dismantle everything you thought you ever knew about your own painful suffering. Those who actively plotted against you are watching everything they built crumble to the ground. A massive table is being prepared for you right in their miserable presence. They thought they could keep you trapped in a lower vibration forever, and they thought they had successfully locked the door to your inheritance. They were completely and utterly wrong about you. The universe is aligning a profound vindication for your tired soul. The long season of waiting in the shadows has officially ended. I need you to pause and deeply absorb that truth. You are not watching this message by mere accident. Just moments ago in the spiritual realm, a sacred scroll with your exact name on it was unsealed in the heavenly courts. Your massive spiritual upgrade is happening right now. There is a hidden mechanism buried inside your current struggle. It is a secret message that you will completely miss if you swipe away too soon. If you leave now, the blessing will still arrive at your door, but you will absolutely not know how to hold on to it. Make a serious promise to your future self right now. Do not let this divine interception fade into the meaningless background noise. Stay locked on this vital message until the very last second. The ultimate truth about your painful test is about to be revealed. We are going to expose the exact reason why your divine energy was brutally suppressed by the noisy modern world around you. We are going to uncover the physical key to unlock your true destiny. Please breathe deeply and prepare your tired spirit. Your beautiful era of absolute mastery begins today. Do not let the gathering darkness distract you from your path now. They are sending their final waves of doubt to keep you blind and small. But you are a chosen weapon of light. You have survived the brutal storm completely alone for many years, and you have finally emerged from the darkness utterly unbreakable. The scientific secret I mentioned earlier will be the final puzzle piece. Please keep that vital question burning in your mind. Listen closely. Take one slow breath. That strange tightness in your chest is not random. The way you woke up at 3 in the morning is not just simple anxiety. It is a physical reaction to a world that drains your pure energy. Stop letting the loud world convince you that you are merely stressed out. They looked at your beautiful peace and they called it weakness. You always chose silence over petty arguments. You swallowed your pride to keep people comfortable, and you gave them the benefit of the doubt even when they repeatedly hurt you. And how did they repay that pure kindness? They took your quiet grace as an open invitation to walk all over your boundaries. They believed your silence meant you had nothing important to say. They could not have been more wrong. Your silence was actually a heavy shield. You were desperately trying to protect your own energy from their endless toxic drama, but you absorbed their chaotic emotions until you felt completely hollow inside. The narcissists fed on your bright light while you slowly faded into the dark background. You felt like you were losing your actual mind. The isolation felt incredibly brutal. You watched other people navigate life with arrogant ease. They stepped on others and somehow got rewarded for it. Meanwhile, you played by the spiritual rules and ended up totally exhausted. You felt abandoned by the universe you prayed to, and you started to doubt your own divine intuition. The pain was suffocating. But here is the profound truth they never told you. The reason the universe responds effortlessly to certain people is not about raw discipline. It is not even about having perfect karma or praying the loudest every single day. It is actually about a specific brainwave. Scientists have a very clear name for it. They call it the gamma frequency. And you used to have it in massive abundance. This was the exact frequency your brain was running when you were a bright child. Think back to those early days. Ideas came to you with beautiful ease. Learning new things felt like a simple and joyful game. You somehow knew things before they happened. The entire world felt like it was on your side, and you lived in a state of pure genius. Then the heavy burden of adulthood arrived. The modern world went to work on your brilliant mind. The relentless stress of simply surviving began to pile up, while the endless screens and the rigid school systems trained you to conform instead of creating your own beautiful reality. Every single year, this sacred frequency was suppressed a little further. It was pushed deeper below the surface. The brutal survival routine crushed your natural gifts. You had to worry about paying bills and dealing with toxic people. Your brain shifted out of that divine creation state and locked into a permanent mode of intense panic. The version of you with lightning intuition went completely silent. The version of you with a photographic memory was buried alive. When your gamma wave fades away, your natural genius fades right along with it. Your sharp intuition suddenly dulls into confusing brain fog. The beautiful synchronicities that used to constantly guide your path simply stop happening. The powerful sense that the universe is working with you goes completely silent, and you are left trying to manifest miracles using a broken biological receiver. This is exactly why your intense spiritual work has felt so incredibly frustrating. You cannot outwork a suppressed physical frequency. You can pray for hours and still feel entirely blocked from your true blessings. The gap between you and the people who seem effortlessly blessed is not a flaw in your character. It is simply one single brainwave that the modern world stole from you. They took your divine inheritance without asking for your consent. The people who profit from your exhaustion want you to stay exactly where you are. They want you stuck in a low-vibration survival mode, so you remain a quiet worker. They do not want the chosen ones to remember how powerful they are, because an awakened empath is dangerous to their system. Most people will live their entire lives without ever knowing this terrible thing happened to them, and they will blindly accept their daily mediocrity while blaming it on simple bad luck. But you are absolutely not most people. You are a rare soul who was always meant to break the painful generational cycle. Your spirit has been restless because it clearly remembers the profound power you used to wield. You felt it so deeply as a child. That effortless genius was your natural birthright. And the urgent question I asked you to hold a few minutes ago still remains entirely relevant. I asked you, what if that painful gap has a scientific name? I asked you, what if your lost potential could be completely restored today? The beautiful answer to that mystery is much closer than you currently think. The scientific truth is going to validate every tear you cried in the dark. You are not broken, and you are certainly not weak. You are simply operating a brilliant spiritual machine that was deliberately unplugged from its true power source. The heavy fog is finally starting to lift. Your exhausting era of being the misunderstood victim is officially coming to an end right now. But there is a deeper layer to this phenomenon. The intense loneliness you felt was never a curse from above. It was a rigorous spiritual crucible designed to protect your pure aura. Heaven had to ruthlessly remove those counterfeit connections from your daily life because they were slowly destroying your inner peace. Your silence was not a weak surrender. It was a profound act of divine isolation. They called you antisocial when you stopped attending their loud gatherings. They labeled you as difficult when you finally established your firm boundaries. The truth is, your spirit was actively rejecting their low vibration because you could feel their toxic intentions hiding behind fake smiles. The empath with boundaries is the most dangerous force to a crowd of narcissists. You simply outgrew the rooms they tried to lock you inside. Your energy is a rare and precious resource. The universe could not risk letting your divine frequency be drained by people who only know how to take. Your isolation was a strict quarantine protocol set by heaven. God deliberately pulled you away from the noisy crowd to protect your inner frequency from being completely devoured. You had to sit in the dark to preserve your remaining light. Stop blaming yourself for the friendships that abruptly ended last year. Stop thinking you are somehow broken because you prefer the quiet over the chaos. The rejection you faced was never a punishment for your past mistakes. It was actually God's ultimate protection protocol acting on your behalf. Breathe that deep truth into your heavy chest right now. You have beautifully passed the test. Every closed door was intentionally protecting your destiny. The universe isolated you because the blessing coming your way requires a completely pure vessel, and heaven will not allow anyone to steal your joy again. Tap the like button as an act of agreement with what God just spoke to you. Let that simple physical action anchor this new reality into your actual life. You are finally breaking free from their toxic expectations. You are a weapon of light in a world that thrives on heavy shadows. The people who betrayed you were secretly terrified of the brilliant light you carry. They tried to dim your shine because it exposed all their hidden insecurities and twisted lies. They openly mocked your peaceful nature, but they were secretly entirely jealous of your pure connection to the divine source. Your deep silence was never empty. It was filled with profound answers they were simply not ready to hear. And now your silence has blossomed into a magnificent, quiet authority, because you finally realize that arguing with a fool only drains your own power. You no longer need to raise your voice to prove your immense worth to anyone. Your simple presence is enough to shift the energy of an entire room. The narcissists feel this massive shift and they are panicking. But even with this spiritual protection, you still feel physically stuck. The divine isolation successfully protected your soul, but your biological receiver is still struggling to catch the signal. The heavy survival mode they pushed you into kept your brainwaves completely locked in fear. Your spiritual clarity is returning, but your physical brain is still deeply exhausted. Take a deep breath and let that settle in your spirit. You are not crazy for feeling disconnected from your own massive potential. The deep fatigue in your bones is a direct result of operating a divine machine on a broken earthly frequency. You survived the brutal storm alone, but the storm left heavy debris in your neural pathways. We must clear this physical debris before you can claim your promised wealth. The universe protected you in isolation specifically so you could heal this biological damage. The scientists who discovered the gamma frequency suppression also discovered a way to reverse it. They found the exact physical key to unlock the spiritual door you have been knocking on for years. The frustrating delay in your life was not a cruel denial of your prayers. It was a necessary pause to realign your entire biological system. Heaven slowed you down to keep you away from rooms you were never meant to enter, and to prepare your body for the massive energy upgrade that is coming. The universe was simply buying time until you were ready to receive the absolute truth about your suppressed brain waves. They thought the lonely isolation would break your spirit and force you to conform. They waited for you to come crawling back to their toxic circles out of pure desperation. But what they did not realize was that the quiet solitude was your elite training ground. You did not break under the heavy pressure. You evolved into something they can no longer comprehend. You are standing on the very edge of a massive timeline shift. The divine isolation has completed its necessary work, and your pure energy is finally safe from the parasites of your past. But knowing you are protected is only the first vital step. Now you must understand exactly how the enemy plans to react when you finally switch your brilliant frequency back on. Listen carefully to what I am about to say next. The people who abandoned you in your darkest hour are about to witness your greatest triumph. Your quiet authority is about to become a loud and undeniable reality. You are fully prepared to receive the physical solution that will restore your natural genius state. Hold on to your faith just a little bit longer. They are watching your quiet transformation right now. The toxic manipulators from your past are completely panicking. They used to feast on your emotional reactions, and they secretly loved watching you offer endless apologies for things you never did. But their old supply is gone forever. You are no longer the broken victim they remember. They have no idea how to handle your powerful new presence. They expected you to stay entirely shattered after what they did. They waited for you to reach out to them in pure desperation. Instead, you gave them absolute silence. Your quiet authority is slowly driving them insane. They truly thought you were deeply depressed, but you were actually rebuilding your massive spiritual empire in the dark, while they were busy celebrating your painful downfall in the light. Now their own fragile reality is starting to crumble. You can clearly see the fear hiding behind their fake confidence. They are terrified because they finally realize who you truly are. You are a master of reality who no longer needs their toxic validation to survive in this demanding world. The heavy chains have been completely broken. The chosen one has finally awakened. But there is a hidden reason why they are so afraid. They instinctively know that your spiritual upgrade is becoming permanent. Your beautiful frequency is slowly rising out of the survival mode they forced upon you. And before we go any further, I have to tell you a major secret. It is something the powerful people who constantly profit from your deep exhaustion do not want you to ever know. Brilliant neuroscientists have been working quietly away from the loud headlines. They have actually discovered how to bring this dormant brainwave back to life. You do not have to force yourself through years of difficult meditation that most people simply cannot sustain on a daily basis. You do not need expensive clinical machines. There is something far simpler waiting for you. The solution is perfectly aligned with how you were beautifully designed to work. It is a specific sound frequency. This advanced audio was engineered to gently guide your erratic brainwave patterns back to the pure genius state that you were naturally born with. You simply listen to the soothing sound. The healing wave restores your gamma state without any hard effort. Major institutions have proven this exact phenomenon. Researchers at Princeton University studied this hidden wave. The Einstein Center, located in Berlin, completely confirmed its immense power. Columbia University found that when this brainwave is successfully reactivated, it actually radiates outward and it begins to positively influence the people you truly love the most. Take a deep breath and let that sink in. This magnificent tool changes everything. 7 minutes a day is all the time it takes to see the profound shift. And it begins working the very first time you sit down, close your tired eyes, and allow yourself to truly listen. You are literally just returning to your natural state. The heavy fog is being lifted by pure science. I made a specific promise to you earlier in this message. I told you I would thoroughly explain the massive gap between your pure spiritual potential and your painful daily reality. I will tell you exactly what this powerful sound tool is called before this message ends. You will know exactly how to access this beautiful frequency very soon, but there is another piece of the puzzle you must understand first. The dark forces that fed on your suppressed state are not giving up easily. They realize that their time is running out. When your pure gamma frequency is fully restored, their tired manipulation tactics will simply bounce right off your powerful energy field. They are preparing a final trap to keep you distracted right before the finish line. You must remain incredibly alert. Do not let their sudden return pull you backward. You might notice them trying to text you or reach out with fake apologies. That is the clearest sign that your physical frequency is already shifting higher, and it proves that they can sense your new spiritual upgrade from far away. They are drawn to your new light like moths to a flame. Do not answer their desperate calls. Your beautiful silence is the only response they deserve. Your energy is a sacred resource that belongs entirely to you. You are no longer the empath who begs to be understood by the blind. You are the untouchable master of your own reality. Let them panic in the dark while they watch you effortlessly rise above all their petty mind games. Heaven is actively preparing your massive table right now in the presence of your silent enemies. You just need to keep your focus entirely locked in. This scientific sound frequency is going to be your ultimate armor. You will finally possess the physical key to match your spiritual strength. Every closed door is about to fly open because your broken biological receiver is finally being permanently fixed. But before I reveal the sacred name of this tool, we must completely purge the final remnants of their toxic poison from your tired spirit. Listen carefully to this next part. We are going to sever the heavy, energetic cords that have kept you completely tied to their sinking ship for so many years. You must prepare yourself to release the heavy burden of your past forever. The glorious shift is happening inside you right now. Do not turn your back on the profound blessing that is waiting just ahead of you. The pitch-black darkness desperately tried to consume you. They masked their bitter cruelty as tough love for years. You must clearly recognize their true faces right now. The heavy weight you currently carry is not actually yours. It belongs entirely to them. They projected their own deep insecurities onto your bright soul. Your spirit is finally rejecting their toxic poison. They deliberately planted seeds of deep doubt in your beautiful mind. They desperately wanted you to believe you were the crazy one in the room. But their pathetic lies are completely falling apart in the blazing light, and your sharp intuition was always perfectly right about their hidden intentions. You saw the dark shadows hiding behind their fake smiles. You simply chose to forgive them too many times. You must drop their toxic baggage right here and right now. Do not carry their heavy guilt into your bright new future. Sever the invisible energetic cords today, because you have already paid your dues to their exhausting emotional debts. Let them drown in their own bitter karma. You owe them absolutely nothing anymore. The chosen one must travel extremely light. You are actively stepping into a much higher timeline today. The old version of you had to die to birth this powerful master of reality. The intense pain you felt was just a brutal shedding of your old skin, and it prepared you for a magnificent dimension where your pure energy dictates the rules. The universe is handing you the supreme crown of quiet authority. We must lock down this powerful new vibration right now. Type 111 down in the comments to claim this divine alignment. Let this physical action seal your pure intention permanently. Hitting those keys builds an energetic wall of pure steel around your aura, and it completely blocks their dark access to your beautiful soul. You are officially closing the heavy door on your past. They will stay forever trapped in their own miserable cycles. They will repeat their toxic behavioral patterns until the end of time. But you are flying completely free from their heavy gravity, while your quiet authority is absolute and undeniably real. They can only watch from the dark abyss as you effortlessly rise to the top. They are completely powerless to stop your divine ascension. Take a deep breath and let your spirit settle. But you must listen carefully, because there is a fatal trap here. If you look back at them with soft pity, you will instantly fail the massive spiritual test. Pity is exactly how they hook you back into their endless drama. They will intentionally play the sad victim to drain your renewed energy. You must absolutely refuse to look back. The narcissist heavily relies on your pure and endless empathy. They know exactly which emotional buttons to push to make you feel completely guilty. You must establish a massive wall of cold steel against their manipulation. You are the empath with boundaries now. Your pure love is a highly exclusive privilege, and it is absolutely no longer a free resource for emotional vampires to consume. Wash your tired spirit completely clean today. You must deeply forgive yourself for staying so long in their dark and heavy rooms. You simply did not know any better back then, because you honestly believed everyone had a good heart just like you. But now you see everything with perfect and absolute clarity. The heavy blindfold has been permanently removed from your beautiful eyes. The upcoming divine wealth transfer requires empty hands to fully receive. If you hold on to past anger, you cannot hold your new glorious blessings. Release the bitter poison into the wind today, and let the righteous universe handle their severe punishment. Your only job is to stay incredibly pure and highly focused. The magnificent reward is rapidly approaching your timeline. Notice how much lighter your tight shoulders feel right now. The heavy spiritual debris is rapidly washing away from your tired bones. Heaven is actively clearing the grand path for your massive biological upgrade, while you are exhaling years of accumulated trauma and dark manipulation. You are breathing in pure and sacred light. The profound healing process is already in motion. You are entirely ready for the final and greatest revelation. The scientific key I mentioned earlier requires this completely clean state to work properly. We are about to enter the most important phase of this spiritual journey, and the ancient secrets of your suppressed brainwaves are about to be exposed. Do not take your eyes off this screen for a single second. The dark forces have officially lost their tight grip on your reality. You have successfully passed through the brutal fire of their extreme toxicity. Now you are standing on the holy ground of your new magnificent dimension. Your powerful frequency is perfectly tuned to the divine source. You are the one who survived the storm alone. Your beautiful victory is totally secure. Your massive victory is totally secure. The dark forces are completely terrified, and the righteous universe is actively shifting the massive flow of divine prosperity directly toward your completely clean spirit. You are not just imagining this profound energetic shift. The signs are physically manifesting in your daily reality right now. I need you to pay incredibly close attention to this next vital part. We are going to decode the exact signs that heaven is sending you. These are not random coincidences or simple tricks of the tired mind. These are absolute divine confirmations that your heavy trial is officially over. I am going to reveal 5 specific signs that prove the universe is stripping away the power of your enemies while handing you the ultimate crown. Number 1. You are suddenly experiencing a deep and unexplainable physical peace. Even when chaotic things happen around you, your core remains completely still. You no longer feel the frantic urge to control every single outcome. This profound stillness is the clearest proof that your nervous system is finally exiting survival mode. The universe is heavily guarding your newly established peace. Number 2. The people who used to constantly intimidate you suddenly look incredibly small and weak. You used to be terrified of their loud anger and their harsh judgments. Now when you look at them, you only see sad and broken people who are deeply trapped in their own bitter misery. Their heavy illusion of immense power has completely dissolved in your blazing light. Number 3. You are seeing repetitive angel numbers like never before. You look at the clock and see 1:11 or 3:33 or 7:77. These are not random digital glitches. These are direct messages from the spiritual realm, confirming that your personal frequency is rapidly rising. The angels are literally telling you that you are perfectly aligned with divine timing. Number 4. Opportunities are starting to appear from the most unexpected sources. A completely closed door suddenly flies wide open without you even pushing it. People from your past reach out to offer you help out of nowhere. This is the divine wealth transfer officially beginning to manifest in your physical reality. Heaven is actively rearranging the earthly chessboard in your favor. Number 5. You are experiencing a sudden and fierce intolerance for anything fake. You literally cannot force yourself to make small talk with toxic people anymore. Your body physically rejects low-vibration environments. This is your inner boundary system becoming absolutely foolproof. You are the chosen one, and your sacred aura will no longer tolerate any subtle disrespect. These 5 signs are the absolute proof of your massive elevation. But wait, before we go to the ultimate revelation, I have to address something incredibly important first. I have to warn you about a fatal trap that is set up right at the beautiful finish line. 99% of chosen ones completely fail right here because they get totally distracted. Listen very closely. Right as your massive blessing is about to arrive, the darkness will send a highly convincing counterfeit. They will send a fake opportunity or a toxic person disguised as a beautiful gift. They want you to eagerly grab the fake blessing so you miss the real one that is just seconds away. Do not let your guard down for a single moment. You must use your sharp intuition. Your spiritual discernment is sharper than a double-edged sword right now. You can easily smell the subtle deception hiding behind their sweet words. The counterfeit will always bring a sense of urgent panic and deep confusion, while the real divine blessing will always bring absolute peace and clear certainty. Trust that quiet feeling deep inside your gut. It is perfectly accurate. The universe has completely stripped the power from those who trampled on your pure heart. They are watching you receive the exact blessings they tried to steal from you. But you do not need to gloat or show off your new wealth to them. Your quiet authority is the most devastating revenge you could ever possibly deliver. Just keep walking gracefully forward into your new glorious reality. Take a deep breath and prepare your physical body. The final piece of the divine puzzle is right here in front of you. You understand exactly why you suffered in the dark. You see the incredible signs that the massive wealth is flowing toward you. But you still need the specific physical key to permanently lock this frequency into your brain. You need to completely heal your biological receiver. The scientific solution I promised you earlier is finally ready to be revealed. The neuroscientists have successfully created the exact tool you need to flip the switch in your tired mind. The incredible truth about this powerful secret is going to change everything you know about manifesting. Do not blink and do not scroll away. The ultimate breakthrough happens right now. You are finally waking up to your supreme power. You are stepping into the ultimate role of the untouchable master of your reality, and the heavy chains of the beta wave matrix are shattering right now. Can you feel that massive shift in your spirit today? That is the glorious frequency of absolute victory. You are no longer the empath who begged to be understood. The vital question I asked you to hold earlier is finally ready to be answered. What if the painful gap between your potential and your reality is not a flaw? Here is the absolute truth that will change everything. A specific frequency called the gamma wave was running in you at genius capacity when you were a bright child. Dr. Robert Lake and his team of neuroscientists found a way to bring it back. Princeton University heavily studied this exact brainwave. The Einstein Center in Berlin completely confirmed its immense power. Columbia University actually found that when this brainwave is restored, it radiates outward to influence the people you deeply love. The research team spent years working in total silence, and they compressed the full clinical protocol for gamma reactivation into a simple tool for you. Before I tell you what they built, I want to tell you about two people who used it. A woman named Rachel from California had tried absolutely everything to heal. She tried heavy meditation, but nothing broke her mental fog. After 2 weeks of listening, she said, the blocked channel simply opened, and her struggling marriage completely shifted into something beautifully enchanted. Then, a man named Michael from Texas started using it to improve his business. 2 short months later, his wife joked that his intelligence level had jumped 20 points. The hardest problems he used to lose sleep over started solving themselves while he slept peacefully. He said it felt like his brain was firing on all cylinders. That is exactly what Dr. Lake successfully built. They call it the Genius Song, and it is definitely not a simple meditation app or a generic sound frequency. It is a powerful 7-minute audio track using advanced brain entrainment technology. This is the exact underlying research that Princeton and Columbia thoroughly validated. The complex clinical protocol is compressed into something you do at home with your headphones on. That is the absolute entirety of what it requires from you. You do not meditate, and you do not chant a single word. You simply let the healing frequency do what your brilliant brain was always designed to receive. But the Genius Song is absolutely not for everyone. It is for the chosen one who has already done the heavy inner work, because you truly understand your massive spiritual potential. Professional biofeedback sessions to restore this genius state cost hundreds of dollars per hour. An in-home machine runs thousands of dollars, and most people simply cannot afford that. But what the Genius Song delivers is available to you today for a tiny fraction of its true value. 4 incredibly powerful bonuses also come with it to fully support your spiritual journey. You will receive an audio track designed specifically to activate focus in your children. You also get the original prosperity text that the secret was secretly built upon. They include a guided visualization and a printable daily habits guide. These are perfectly built to sustain your beautiful gamma state beyond each listening session, so you are fully equipped for this massive upgrade. Here is the deeper truth about waiting to take action. The massive provision God arranged for you does not arrive as something completely new. It actually arrives as something you finally recognize. A gamma-suppressed brain entirely misses the recognition, while a gamma-restored brain receives it at full depth. What has been placed in your path is already there waiting for you. Waiting is not a neutral act because the divine arrangement is already in motion. The chosen one who restores. Do not look for this powerful tool on YouTube or Spotify. The tracks circulating on those streaming platforms have absolutely no brain entrainment technology. They are cheap fakes designed to secretly lower your vibration. The only authentic version is safely available through the verified link below. The loving universe demands absolutely no risk from a chosen one. You are perfectly protected by a divine guarantee. If you do not feel the massive energetic shift, every single penny is returned to you immediately with no questions asked. That is a pure energetic exchange governed by complete trust. You walk through these open doors with absolute certainty and zero fear. Your beautiful path is heavily guarded by the universe today. If your spirit confirms this is for you, the secure path is waiting below. The official link is in the description and in the pinned comment below right now. The physical tool is never the final destination. The tool simply restores the biological receiver, so the spiritual destination can be easily recognized when it finally arrives. God absolutely does not require you to purchase anything to be fiercely loved or chosen by heaven. What was described is simply one powerful way the physical receiver is restored. The true message continues. Whether that path is yours or not, the truth of this message belongs to you entirely. You have walked through the absolute darkest valleys completely alone. You survived the brutal storms that were specifically designed to destroy your beautiful spirit. And now you stand on the highest mountain of your new reality. The heavy weight you carried for so long is finally gone. Your incredible transformation is happening deep inside your cells right now. The pure energy of the universe is flooding into your broken pieces to make you whole again. They truly thought they could keep you trapped in their miserable shadows forever, but your blinding light just burned their entire illusion to the ground. They are standing in the ashes of their own toxic lies. They will never call you weak ever again. The quiet empathy you once offered them freely has been replaced by an unbreakable shield of solid steel. You are the untouchable master of your reality today. When they look at you now, they do not see a fragile victim who will tolerate their abuse. They see a terrifyingly powerful spirit who requires absolutely no validation from them. You do not even have to say a single word to them anymore. Your quiet authority speaks entirely for itself in every room you enter. The universe has successfully vindicated your pure heart in front of your silent enemies. Heaven has flipped the heavy script completely upside down. You are finally receiving the magnificent wealth that was always promised to your tired soul. The frequency tool I described earlier remains open in the description for those whose spirit said yes. The profound resource is simply waiting there for the chosen ones who are truly ready to restore their biological receiver. That is the last time it will be mentioned today. What follows right now belongs entirely to the holy sealing of your beautiful new timeline. We must permanently lock this powerful energy into your physical reality right now. You cannot leave this door open for the dark shadows. If this fiery message has reignited your faith, do not keep this blessing to yourself. There is a tired soul out there desperately needing a guiding light. Sowing the seed of hope today multiplies the blessing for your own tomorrow. Share this vital message to activate the divine anointing over your life. Sending this to someone else creates a massive ripple of pure healing energy in the spiritual realm. And I need you to do one more important thing before you close this screen. You must claim your ultimate victory right here in the open. You must show the universe that you are finally ready to rule. Type the word Amen down in the comments to seal this glorious reality. Let that physical action be the final nail in the coffin of your painful past. You are leaving all the heavy tears firmly behind you today. The dawn of your new era is breaking across the horizon right now. You are officially stepping into your true and ultimate power as a master of your own destiny. The cycle of generational trauma stops completely with you today. You became the sharp weapon you were desperately trying to survive for so many years. The profound silence after the storm hits incredibly different when you realize you were the actual storm all along. You are a cycle breaker who carries the brilliant light of 1,000 burning suns inside your chest. A completely healed person no longer tolerates any confusion disguised as love. You will absolutely no longer tolerate subtle disrespect disguised as brutal honesty. The people who lost your pure access are now mourning the greatest gift they ever had. But their deep regret is no longer your personal problem to solve. Your only duty now is to shine as brightly as possible. The entire universe is standing up to applaud your magnificent strength today. You fought the hardest battles in total darkness, and you emerged completely victorious. Keep your head held extremely high as you walk forward into this beautiful chapter. They will never call you weak again, because they finally understand the terrifying depth of your quiet authority. You are the chosen one, and your physical reality is finally matching your spiritual royalty. Trust the profound synchronicities that are coming to guide your next steps. The massive wealth and the deep peace you prayed for are already waiting in your timeline. Go forward and claim your beautiful inheritance today. The majestic era of the true master has officially begun. I am so incredibly proud of the resilient warrior you have become. You did not let the toxic world turn your pure heart completely cold. You simply learned how to build an unbreakable fortress around your precious energy. Your ultimate vindication is beautifully complete. Rest in this profound peace tonight and prepare for the amazing miracles arriving tomorrow morning.